Turbine Guy coming back at you up at Orono City Hall yet again, and I got some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is Orono has been held in contempt yet again for a second time. The bad news is I don't think the judge is really taking this issue very seriously. The contempt order, it basically reads a few things: that Orono did violate the original contempt order, which of course was issued because they violated the judge's ruling. And the judge's ruled that Orono is to pay $1,000 for 2 different violations. It could be held to $1,000 again for future violations, and has to pay Long Lake's court costs and attorney's fees for the second contempt hearing. The bad news is that's next to nothing. That's less than a slap on the hand, especially if you ask the Turbine Guy. Remember a few years ago, Turbine Guy was held in contempt of court for basically following a court order. I had completed physically 95% of what I was ordered to do: removing a turbine, removing a pole, chopping the footing up and slicing off the anchor bolts and burying it. That wasn't good enough. A useless buried chunk of concrete got my wife and I sentenced to 6 months in jail each, and I was hauled off in handcuffs right away. Yes, for a buried chunk of concrete. And, actually, I had complied with 100% of her order because the pole was gone, the footing was useless, the turbine was gone. Yet here, not only did Walsh violate the order, Walsh and the council violate the order, but they violated the contempt order. And this judge, I believe Judge Miller, gives them a little slap on the hand. Now, I've had a little experience with Judge Miller. She presided over a disorderly conduct trial that I was subjected to because of the lies of Mayor Walsh. And he was found to have perjured himself over and over again during that trial, which led to 15-minute exoneration by the jury for me. Yes, Walsh perjured himself over and over. And when I brought that to the attention of the judge, and I proved to her with documents that countered his testimony, she didn't care. She wouldn't even respond to me. Her chambers were silent on the issue. So I guess to this Judge Miller, at least Walsh lying in her court's no big deal. But now we come around to this time. Because you got to understand, $2,000 in some attorney's fees? That's nothing to these guys. They're wasting tens of millions of dollars on useless public works buildings, trying to build a new fire station we don't need, all kinds of legal fees for other stuff. This is not even a drop in the bucket. This is less than a drop in the bucket. And I'm going to guess and venture to say that Walsh is going to consider this a definite victory. Doesn't cost him anything. It's us that are going to pay for it. And us people in Orono are paying for both sides of these contempt hearings. Walsh don't care. The council don't care. They keep plodding down the road, violating orders, doing whatever they want to, thumbing their nose at the court. And the court comes up with this weak little order that's going to be meaningless. And I understand it's a victory in the form that Long Lake actually won and got them in contempt, but this is a moral victory. This is, to the Turbine Guy, pretty doggone hollow. This is like the Twins being down 10-0 in the 7th, 8th inning and hitting a solo home run and being happy about it. Well, there's a couple other things the judge ordered. She ordered that Orono not take any more firefighters. And that's where the $2,000 fines came in, because they induced them, giving only Long Lake firefighters the opportunity to have a waiver of certain things. Nobody else in the world but the Long Lake firefighters. So it's obvious Orono was recruiting Long Lake firefighters, but they're going to let Orono keep the 10 Long Lake firefighters, including those 2. So, whatever. Orono got to get away with it. They're thumbing their nose at it. It's costing us money. And I got to think, I don't know, I hate to say it this way, but maybe the judge has a thing for Walsh in some way. She didn't care that he perjured himself in the court, and now this is nothing. The least she could have done was sent them down to jail for a couple of days. I got to experience that over a useless buried chunk of concrete, not thumbing my nose at a judge. No. I did not get in contempt for being in contempt and violating that contempt. This is like double serious and like nothing's happening. Well, I'm frustrated. It's very disappointing. Hollow victory as far as the Turbine Guy is concerned. And you know what? We got to come out next fall and make changes in this community and get rid of these people up here. That's absolutely for sure. Turbine Guy, signing off.